What's up, everyone? 7-Star Mike here for the new Trade Talk Media, and I am super excited tonight to announce our first collaborator. This is Mel Stone. She is our resident dark pool expert. She's going to be giving us the truth about dark pool and showing us how to incorporate this into our trading. She has some interesting information for us tonight. She's using a specific scanner to find this dark pool information. If you're interested in the scanner, she's got a special link for us that you can check out below in the description. If you click that, you will get 20% off your first month trying out the scanner that she uses to find this dark pool information. Let's let Mel talk us through some dark pool information. What do you got for us, Mel?
Thank you all for joining me this evening. This is Mel Stone with Black Box Stocks. So happy to be part of the Trade Talk Media team. Wanted to be able to offer some additional insights into the dark pool. I do plan to have a lot more informational, educational resources in the future, but did have to jump on because I am seeing some activity that I thought you guys should probably be aware of. Do want to start off by saying that if you are new to dark pools, please hop over to Investopedia, our best friend. If we have any questions about something we don't understand or some terminology we don't understand, just use that search bar, put in dark pools, and it'll give you a great introduction to what the dark pools are. Brief overview: dark pools are used by institutions. Institutions are big players in this market. That is a private exchange that they transact on. We can see the transaction once that records the tape. I utilize Black Box Stocks to be able to see all of the dark pool prints that come through, and so did want to give you guys some insight on some activity I've been seeing. Want to just start off with this IAU. That is our iShares Gold Trust, and we are seeing some size come through tonight. This on Central Time, so this started to hit our tape after the market closed. We had 6 million shares, which is unusual, very large activity for the IAU. But additionally, look how late this came in. We had almost an hour and a half later, we saw another 12 million shares. So we've got over 18 million shares traded in the IAU. That's a defensive, that could be some defensive positioning. So I do want to make sure that everybody kind of knows that we've got some activity going on. And that also brings me to some VXX activity that we saw yesterday. We had a 1 million share dark pool print. So I did post that over on my Twitter page, Melstone31 on Twitter. We had 1 million shares come through on the VXX, so that's also kind of interesting. We haven't seen bigger VXX prints come through. I think we know going into tomorrow that we have some headline risk. We've got Trump speaking in regards to some China news. Want to be kind of cautious, and found it interesting that we're seeing some positioning. So let's take a look. What I do, we don't know by seeing transactions in the dark pool if those are buys or sells, but what we do know is that institutions are active. They're the ones that are going to be transacting on the dark pools. They're private exchanges. So you and I are not trading over there. We don't have those big bucks. They like to trade over there because they can find the liquidity to be able to and get filled on their larger orders. So I found it interesting. This was yesterday. This is what I like to do. Since we don't know if it's a buy or sell, I like to visually put that on my chart. So I kind of say, I like to, my homework is done. As I see some of these larger prints come through, by having that visual and that documented print, I can now watch further price action to see how that is reacting. Are we above that print? Are we below that print? Are we kind of just bouncing within a range and really haven't had much activity in either direction? It will really help you by having your print added that you're tracking, just to be able to have the visualization. So here we came in yesterday with a 1 million share print at 32.98. I've got that level marked on my chart, and you can see that today price action was well above that level. I'm going to jump over to the IAU just so we can look and see how that one's been marked up. Here we go. So 18 million shares. This is big. This is some size. Typically, IAU does not have a lot of price range. Average true range, I think I looked up on this one, it's about 21 cents. So I know most people that do trade gold will look to GLD or GDX. But again, they're the same family. So if we've got activity that's large in IAU, that's going to affect the sister stocks that are within that same sector. Do find it interesting because we're kind of like, we're right here at a support level. We go ahead and draw some resistance right here. So want to be watching to see if we have any more activity come in, or just kind of going forward, being a little bit mindful that we have some positioning. Again, we don't know if that's a buy or a sell, but we do know that institutions are active. So definitely want to see how IAU reacts going forward after this 18 million print at 1640. Two other prints that I wanted to mention is going to be PINS, PINS. This evening, we had a bigger print, again, coming through kind of late, but definitely notable and of size for PINS. We had 2.28 million shares at 1980. This is one that I've already been tracking. We don't normally see too much activity, but you'll see that I've already had some notes posted up on my chart. So let's just take a look. You'll see this evening that I went ahead and marked up the activity we've had at this 1980. So what do we have here? Like, we've got definitely some positioning. It looks like we're kind of more in this range. We've got 1889 up to 1980 as some activity, going all the way back to 5.8, where we had 1.27 million shares. We pulled back, came right back up to test this price level. You see we got 1, 2, 3, some rejection here, coming back up. This is an area where we've definitely got some institutional involvement and creating some resistance. Looks like we're able to bounce above that today, but we do have another print, 2.28 million at 1980. So want to go ahead and set alerts around this, both above and below, so that you can catch the move. We don't know if they're buys or sells, so don't hold a bias. Let price action speak to you. So setting alerts both above and below the dark pool activity will give you a chance to be able to capture the bigger move. We could essentially remain range bound with very little price movement. Give yourself the opportunity to just catch the move once it clears resistance or support. DBX, I posted this last week in some bigger prints that have been coming through here. I already have those marked up on my chart, so give me a minute so we can go and backtrack a little bit. Back on 5/11, we had 4.17 million shares at 22.94. Definitely some size notable. You'll see that we immediately rejected at that price the next day. Then we continued to see some activity. We came up here on 5/20. We had another 4.17 million shares at 22.23. And then on 5/22, this was last Friday, we had 6.44 million at 21.67. So you'll see this is where the print came in on Friday. We have made some price improvements, but we came right up to another big level, a previous dark pool print at 22.94, and we've rejected. So I do want to go ahead and get the information added for the print that we had tonight, because it does seem like we are creating some range. So just wanted to walk you through how I do this so that you can start to do this on your own charts as well. Again, the visualization really helps when you go back and you pull up this ticker. It lets you kind of see, are you staying range bound? Are you having acceptance after a dark pool print and you've cleared all resistance and prices maintaining above, so you've got some bullish activity occurring? Are you just staying stagnant and within a range, or did you get some activity and price has continued to reject and never even been able to retest that area? This just helps with seeing where the institutional activity is occurring so that you can assess current levels of support and resistance and be able to find your trades. We're all going to have some different styles, swing, scalp. You can use these as levels because they act as support and resistance because you have so much volume at a certain price. These are going to be areas where institutions want to defend, or they're done. they've made all the transactions that they're going to, and then price is no longer going to be held up at that level. So I just like to put a line and just some quick notes just to let me know when I go back to this chart, should I see some activity further or when my alerts goes off? I'm already done. All my homework's done. I have all the information. I could quickly assess where all the price levels have been that I had previously noted, and I can make decisions from there. So I've got that print added, and you'll see, again, we're going all the way back here from 511 to where we had price activity at this 22.94, and then all the way down 522. We had 6.44 million. So a lot of activity here, but again, we still seem range bound. Taking a look at this chart, I have went ahead and put an alert above at $23. Seems like we need to get clear this level. You'll see today, price tried to pop above and got smacked down. So I really want it to be on a closing basis to where it can clear this previous resistance level. Below us, I have 21 marked as a support level. So if it breaks that, then I'd be looking to get bearish. I want to go ahead and zoom this chart out so you can kind of see where I came up with some of those levels. And when you look at this bottom support level, this 21, this has acted as support in the past. We've got 1, 2, 3, several touches you'll see here. So this is a level that if after all this activity and further price action cannot maintain, then I'd be looking to get bearish. I have 23 at the top because we've gotten several touches, even including the most recent dark pool activity, as well as other areas on the chart. So I want to see that clear. I don't want to just, I want a commitment. I want a commitment above. With all of this activity, so let's take a closer look at all these shares. There's institutions active here. We can expect to see a move. However, I want it to be what looks right on the chart. That's going to still always be my guide. So I want DDX to clear 23 to the upside, or as a failure, 21 a support level at the bottom. I appreciate you guys so much for taking the time to join me. This was just going to be a quick video. Just wanted to get some information that I thought you could all benefit from. I am Mel Stone at I am Melstone31 on Twitter. You can find me there. I get all of my information, whether that be options activity or dark pool transactions on Black Box Stocks. We would love for you to join us and check us out. If you would like to join us for a trial or need more information, you can certainly reach me. I have my contact information listed on Twitter. I hope you guys found this helpful, and keep an eye out for more information coming to Trade Talk Media in the future in regards to dark pools. You guys have a good evening, and thank you for joining.